based on the currently established practice of Kosovo's institutions regarding the Serbian elections, I expect and I encourage the government of Kosovo to refuse the request as such, because it was not submitted in the first place to the Kosovo institutions, but it was submitted through the OSCE mission. In this regard, there are no other known practices where elections of a country are organized in another country's territory unless there is an agreement for recognition, let's say, of mutual jurisdiction in that country, and which would mean that it's kind of an out-of-country voting as Serbia already applies. Therefore, I believe that it is in both sides' interest not to push forward the idea of having Serbian elections, especially in such circumstances, because I believe, and it is my opinion, that in this regard, without having a potential agreement between the parties, or on the other hand, having a more, let's say, discussions between parties on how they want to resolve this issue, because I think it is in the interest of Serbian citizens of Kosovo to participate in Serbian elections, and this could be easily arranged through an agreement between both parties, which would foresee having elections of one another's in their respective territories, but which would include the consideration of such a voting operation as out-of-country voting, meaning that it would somehow implicitly recognize the other party's jurisdiction. I believe that it is important that Kosovo and Serbia use the momentum of the dialogue to start negotiating and having an agreement about the organizations of the elections of one another in respective countries. In, let's say, these elections that are foreseen to be held on 17th of December, I expect that because of the situation, there will be no elections at all, while Kosovo Serbians will go to Serbia and vote in the polling stations. That was already a practice established a couple years ago. Because I hardly doubt that there will be an, let's say, political will by Serbian authorities to consider voting in Kosovo as out-of-country voting because of the situation, and getting to know that the liaison office of Serbia in Kosovo does not fulfill the criteria to serve as a polling center, because the number of citizens that could vote is very large, and it would mean like getting hundreds or thousands of Serbian citizens coming to Pristina and voting in the liaison office, which would not be a practical solution. That's why I think that it is in both sides' interest to start discussing about this topic and find a solution about the upcoming elections, regardless of when they are going to be held. The situation has been even before. I expect that there will be calls from the international community factors that they will be asking parties to find a solution about this situation, but I don't think that it's going to be a kind of a pressure as it was before because of the whole situation with the dialogue. So the very commencement of elections in Serbia have submitted a signal to all parties that there is no will to implement the already agreed agreements. That's why I believe that even international community's stance will be more soft, and it will not be strong and hard that elections should be held, as it was actually in the case with Serbian referendum or with other elections organized in Serbia in the last couple years.